Hey guys, welcome back to some more Timberborn. Last time we finally got this small Badwater maze going completely, and we have more than doubled our power output because of it. So that's awesome. Now, during this, when we were working on this, we spilled bad water. I think actually it might have been 2 episodes ago. We got bad water in here. But then when I opened this back up, there was a spot that was leaking more. So this is got a decent amount of bad water in it. And so as soon as the bad tide is over, I would like to get in here and flush this out. My thought process is I'm going to put a couple of tunnels here, and maybe I'll do 2 here on top of each other and 2 here on top of each other, and then put sluices. So once this is not contaminated anymore, it'll close. I'm hoping that we can get it from this side too before, and maybe I should just do it before the good tide even starts, because this is going out anyway, so this will just empty everything. So yeah, so this is one of the things we're going to do pretty quickly. I might wait just a little bit to do it, but soon. I'm trying to decide how. I kind of want to do it closer to here to get more of this out, but I don't want really the mixture of water in this. So I may just end up doing it somewhere over here and somewhere over here, and hopefully this doesn't go into that. Maybe I'll have to put a little bit of a wall up or something. So, okay, first let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to put in some dirt to kind of stop the water from going into there if possible. I don't know how well it's going to work. Maybe I'll do a little bit more. Sorry, I am indecisive. I didn't really think about this part before. So this is going to be here. And then we will bring this around and down this way. This will be built. Then when I let this out, it'll force it off of this and not really get it into the bad water stuff. We did set this up. I am going to lower the priority on this because these are kind of the thing that we want to do at the end. We did notice at the very end of the last episode that we're almost out of wood again. So one of the main things we're going to be doing today, at the beginning at least, is trying to grow more wood, more trees again. Okay, so this is going to be like end of the line. So we did start coming down here and getting this going a little bit. We made this so they picked these up and put them into the things here, although these are already pretty full. Oh my goodness. So anyway, so we're trying to get the dynamite in place, do all of this. Why is this? Oh, because they haven't gotten any of this done. So we're doing that. I did put a tubeway here, which I think they were finishing building up top to connect everything. But I was thinking about it. I don't think this is tall enough to put a tubeway here, so we're not going to be able to actually hook this up until it gets lower. But that is going to be where a tubeway is for another forester and lumberjack area around this. So I think... is it going slow? It is. Okay, so I have a little bit of time to think this through. So I think what I'm going to do is set up the dynamite kind of on this part that's closest to this. Because then these beavers can, or bots or whoever's in here, can plant more along here. Then we'll focus on this stuff and getting this all taken down. Do an area here and maybe like this section so this can be filled in and put more wood. Then finish up this, get all of the wood planted as much as possible. We do have all these trees up here too, but obviously we aren't getting much from them at this point. Then, while that's going on, we're going to be putting this in place, which I think I might just do. Let's high prioritize all of this. Because once I get this done, I can do the tunnels here and it'll be fine. Did the tubeway get done here? It did. So this is all connected again and they can get down there. So yeah, so we're going to focus on this, put in a couple of tunnels and then delete the planks and put in some sluices so that I can set it so it doesn't open unless there's contamination behind it. And then we'll flush this out and fill it with good water. So that'll be set. Continue getting this stuff done down here. And then once we get wood growing, more wood growing and coming in, then we'll be able to work again on building a bigger maze. This episode today is going to be more edited than normal. I don't know if I'm going to like cut things out or do time lapses or what exactly, but I do plan to edit this. This is going to be the last video of the series, and I'll talk more about that later as time goes on. But you will see me cut things out probably once I get stuff set up. So let's put down triple dynamite because this is 3 tall to get it down to that. We're going to do triples here. I'm going to leave where the path is at this point. And I guess I'll just fill all of this in, and maybe this. And then these need to be, oh, but this is, yeah, contaminated. It's fine, whatever. Let's demolish, that's this. Demolish these so we can get some more planks back. We will prioritize picking these up. And then I think I'm going to medium high prioritize putting in this dynamite because I do want them to do it. But I want to get the tunnel-y stuff done first. So once they get this built, which they are working on, just taking longer, then I will set this up. I guess I might as well put it in. I just don't want them to do it yet until this is built. They should be able to build it all. So, oh, you know what? Pause. The reason it's taking so long is because they have to do the one behind it. So if I turn it so the arrows are sideways instead, they'll be able to do multiple pieces at once like this. Okay, let's just do that. And I think I did have this. Okay. That is going to actually get them to do it a lot faster. So there we go. So they'll be able to do that. Then I can do the tunnels. Maybe I'll just do right next to it. The reason I'm doing like both sides is because I'm worried if I just do this side, then this isn't going to get flushed out. So I want it kind of as close to this as I can without it going into this. So that's kind of the reason for this. So these I will set as higher priority once they get the wall done because I want them to do that and have it flushing out. I'm going to speed this up now that we've got that stuff going. And then so what they're going to be, this is the highest priority. So they're going to be working on this first, and then they're going to be doing the dynamite down here pretty quickly too. As long as we have enough stuff, which we have dynamite and we have extract and we have planks. So it shouldn't, oh, but this doesn't even, this just takes extract and explosives. So yeah, they should be able to get this laid pretty quickly. This they can pick up as there's space, storage space available. And then I guess once they get all this dynamite put in place, I will higher prioritize some of this. But if I can get more of this taken out, then I can plant more trees in this area that these guys can take care of. Well, I guess this isn't going to get taken care of by this person, Beaver. But at least some of this would be able to. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's where the water dump above is. So that's probably going to cause me not to be able to really even get behind here a whole lot. Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it messes anything up. Okay, let's go ahead and work on this. Okay, this is all done. So now I can prioritize these. I think all of my builders are bots. Let me double check because this is going to be Badwater. I don't want to risk... I don't want to risk getting them contaminated. Workplaces, builders. So all of these are bots. And then the district center is bots. Okay, perfect. So I should be fine detonating these and letting water come out. And then hopefully by the time the good tide comes around, we'll have the sluices in place. So that won't be an issue. Okay, let's take... Oh. So it is going to let out a whole lot of water. Surprised it's not coming out. I guess maybe it's not that deep that high anymore. Not really sure. But it is coming out. Oh, I wanted to put in... Well, that's fine. Okay, let's demolish these. And then I'm going to put sluices in here. These are going to be closed below contamination of 1%. Yeah. Because if it's not contaminated, I don't want these open. It's below. Okay. So that will work. I'm going to high prioritize these because it would be nice for them to be done before the bad tide's over, just so I can hold good water in there when it's ready. And I do think I want to put in some of these stream gauges. I'm going to unlock it. And then I guess we're going to have to go down so I can see below this. So I think they should be able to reach this area. So I'll put one there. Maybe I'll put one... Okay, where can they reach here? I think they should be able to reach that. So that will be a little bit lower. And then I guess maybe just like here and here or something, because they should be able to reach it from the side. So that will allow me to see how bad the water is, how contaminated it is as we go. So that we, yeah, they should be able to build this. Oh, maybe not. Let's put in a set of stairs. Okay. That's going. They do have the sluices in. Why are these closed? Okay, well, I'm going to open them. Is it lower than that? It must be. Oh, darn it. I didn't realize this was that much deeper. So these aren't even doing anything. Okay, so do these automatic. Now I gotta rethink this because the whole point of this was to clean this out before. How much of a thing? Okay, so if I do double dynamite here. Darn it. I guess we'll just do that. I could do this too. We're just gonna go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to high prioritize these as well. Then I'm gonna have to dynamite underneath the sluices, which is gonna be great. I just don't want this to be super contaminated. That's why I'm worried about it. And as we pump more good water, it's going to get worse and worse. The other thing I can do is just open this up when the good tide starts and then lower this so it goes down, out and down. But I was hoping to get this mostly cleared out before that. So I guess we'll see what happens. And then let's go down here. Okay. This is mostly put into place. They do have some of the stuff going there. I am going to... How am I going to do this? I'm going to put in... No, what am I looking for? I'm looking for this. Large industrial pile... Here. I'm going to not have this as high of a priority. So they get the other stuff first. Okay. Get that done. Are they working on this? They are. I'm going to go ahead and dynamite this. Get this all taken care of, hopefully. And then I'm going to need to get down. Can they reach to get a tunnel in here? Probably not. This is reachable. This is not. So, yeah, okay. I don't even know what my decisions are. And then a double, because I need to do 2 sets of stairs. Okay. Oh, I guess I didn't need... Whatever, it's fine. No, it's not. We'll just save some stuff by doing this. Get this taken care of. I really want to get this done. Detonate this and do the same thing here. And then I think I'm going to maybe just cut to the next... Oh, I can't even get over there. This is what I'm looking for. This. Put a thing here. I prioritize this. And I'm just gonna do... Why isn't it on it? There. Okay. Then they should be able to get down here to get these. So. Okay. Get that done. Let's go over here and see how this is going. Did they pick these up? They did. Okay, so these are triples. Let's get some more triples in here. I prioritize this. And then we can detonate all of this side. Oh. Somehow I was still able to get that picked up even though... Well, it's fine. We'll do that, but I do need to probably get rid of this pretty soon once this is all taken care of. So, okay. Let's see how this is going. We are so close to the good tide. Come on, guys. Let's get this taken care of. Is this too far away still? No. Is this too far away? No. Okay, so I guess I do need to... I forgot. Set these up. Darn it. Ugh. I need to set these off too. Can't even get there. Oh, well, I guess that worked. At least a little bit. I am going to put stairs here and I guess here. I don't know if they can even get down there to get this finished. Oh, it's gonna delete these when I try to delete these. Well, it needs to be done. So we're just gonna do it and then we'll rebuild all the sluices. I'm going to... I guess we'll just use this. I'm gonna do one of these just to get the stuff out of that spot so it doesn't go behind it. Not that... I guess it doesn't really matter because they can get up here to get it, so I should have just left it. Sluices. Sluice. most annoying thing about this is that I've got to set each one of these because they're not next to each other. They are on top of each other, so they don't connect. Oh my gosh, do this. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and play it so they can build. Oh, you know what? I need to do this too. 2 days left. Sluices. That's what I'm doing here. Once again, we're going to do I feel like going all the way down and then just going up one spot is faster than clicking the button 4 times. So that's why I'm doing it this way. Okay. That should help. I guess I do need to also set these up. Thankfully, it is coming out. Look at all the red in there. Do I have these built? I do. So this is contaminated 5%. This is also 5%. 5%. 6%. But hopefully it'll get better. We'll see what happens. Okay, yeah, these are set to high priority, so we'll get that done soon. Almost done with all this. Okay, let's go over here and take a look. This is taking way... I should have probably cut some of that out, but that's fine. Okay, we are good to detonate all this. That's weird. Very delayed noise for the explosion. Okay, so that's done. This guy can reach a decent chunk of this, so I'm going to put more trees in. Goes here. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and fill this in with the oaks. I realize that they can't get the whole thing, but it'll be fine. Once we get more in here, I'm going to do pines back here like I did in the other spot, because in the droughts, we should have enough time to grow some pines. And then I need to mark these for cutting. It is going to take time to get all of this planted and growing and everything, but this guy should be able to get more done. Yeah, okay, he's already getting some more planted, so that's good. And then I guess the next step is to start... So this is where the ladder is to get down, which is part of the reason that I haven't gotten rid of this yet, because that's how we're getting down now. Once we get to the point where I can put a station, then they can get into it from there, but we're still going to have trouble getting over here. So I might actually have to start here. I know I don't want to, but can they reach this? No. Let's go ahead and just continue with the path going this way to get as much of that done as possible. We'll do some of that and all of this. Try to get as much done as we can. Okay, the bad tide is almost over. So we're getting pretty darn close to that. How's this looking? We're getting somewhere. Okay, here we go. Let's detonate this. Detonate this, and then the rest of it can get taken out just in time for the good tide. Okay, good. This is not contaminated because there's not any water, but at least it is flushing it out this way. Yes. This is working very well. It's the contamination behind there. 5% still. What does this say? 5, 5. So. Am I going to be able to get this cleaned out enough beforehand? Before this starts flowing good? I guess it doesn't, if it gets most of it out, it's fine. What are we at here? We're still at 5% contamination. I don't know if it's better to like get the good water in to flush it out and then it'll just automatically close, or exactly what is the best path. And then once this is all flowing blue water as well, then I will open these up and have this flush out too. How are we doing down here? Yeah, we're getting somewhere. Not doing too bad. I'm pretty happy. And we've got a little bit more in terms of wood again, probably because I stopped building so much up there, so that's good. We'll see if we can continue. Okay. How is this looking? What is this at? 3%? So, I mean, I can tell that this is definitely cleaner than that. This is probably 0, yep. So it is flushing it all out. Once these get down to 1%, it's going to close this off, and then I guess I'm going to open this to let the rest of it out this way. And now this is good enough. So I am going to come down here and open, and then open this to try to get that out. Oh, this is bad too. Can't really do anything about that. At least it's not bad enough to cause issues, so hopefully over time it'll just evaporate the bad water out of it. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Starting to flush it out that way. These are at 0, or that one is. So it will start getting the good water coming out this way. This is still letting some of the bad water out while it is up there, and we are flushing. It is flushing it out, it's just taking a while. So, okay, good. This is starting to come out clear. So this is probably closed. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to let that flush out for a little bit longer while we see how this is going. I'm going to deconstruct all of these pieces here. Oh, can't do this one. Can they reach this? No. But if I put one more path in there, it should be reachable. Perfect. And then I guess I'm going to go ahead and just start putting down the triple dynamite, starting over here. It'll move all of the resources this way. I'm going to delete that and put a triple here. And then we will continue with this and just work all of this direction. I guess what I'm going to probably need to do is get rid of this plank storage here. Just gonna, it's not even full, so we'll just get rid of that. We'll put in some dynamite here. And then once these are all done, I can get rid of this and continue. So these are going to be the highest of priority. We'll start over this way and we'll work our way this direction. Are we... Yeah, okay. So I'm going to need to start emptying all of these. I guess I'm probably going to need to build storage up top because this is all built. So all we really need now is dynamite and extract. Yeah, I'm going to have to come up with some storage up here for it. Do I have... maybe I'll just do another thing on the backside. These will all just be planks. And I guess what I should do is delete these because they're useless. And then build a path here to go this way. And then I'm going to have to do what I did here, which is... that's in one, yep, okay. Perfect. Easy to set up. So, once we get these built, then I can move all of that plank storage up here. Oh, you know what? I should probably check to see how this is looking. So I think this is 100% clean. So I'm going to raise this back up. And then I'm going to close this if I can reach it. Can I see it? Okay, so that should work. Everything is clean now. This can start filling up again. This is all 0%. So we're good on that. This is still flowing. We're not backing up anymore. And this isn't even like up all the way anymore. I don't know how I did that. But somehow it got evened out enough to be way lower. So that's great. Okay. Did we get these built? No. What are they working on? I don't have... oh, I do have this set to the highest of priorities. How much of it is set? Okay, just that side, so that should be fine. So I guess while they're working on that, let's delete or demolish all of this. And then we'll start putting in the triple dynamites here. Get all of this towards... oh, I probably shouldn't have done it that way. Towards this. And then we'll continue with this. Oh. Okay. So you've seen them lay the dynamite. I'm going to bring you back in once all the dynamite is laid and those storages are built and they move all the planks out. Because, I mean, this is just a waiting game at this point. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Okay, guys, we are back. I believe the entire bottom of the thing is filled with dynamite. During that time, I did need to add another pump. I also put a two-way station here so that they can get here a little bit faster because we ran out of BADWATER and in turn ran out of dynamite and extract. And we are, now that we finally have that done, now we actually have a little bit of extract, but we were like under 10 the entire time because they were just putting it into the dynamite there. I'm gonna go ahead and put these back in, or unpause them so that they can make some more dynamite again, because I ended up pausing them because we had all the explosives laid but we didn't have any extract, so that way we could build up some BADWATER. Now we do have more, so that's good. And then I just connected it over top of the path here to the rest of the stations. It did seem to speed them up quite a bit. Let's go down here, take a look at this. So everything is laid in. It took forever because we ran out of BADWATER and explosives and all that. I think it would have been a lot faster if we hadn't run out, but I didn't realize it until then. So we are going to really quickly, I think this is just stairs to get up here. It is. So I'm going to delete these pieces. And then we're going to put a couple of triples here. I'm going to go ahead and just detonate this because it doesn't matter. Once these two are laid, then I am going to detonate the entire thing. And then we'll figure out where we're going to put the tube-way stations, foresters, lumberjacks, all of that stuff. So we're so close. Okay, it is done. They put this in. So let's go ahead and get this taken care of. I'm gonna start here. And I guess I'll probably do one over here as well. Okay, exciting stuff there. So now that that is set up, I don't need to pause because they can't get to this stuff really anyway. I guess they can get to this, but they can't do much. So my thought is, I actually was thinking about it while I was watching them build this. This one, if this tubeway wasn't in the way, I'm pretty sure this would be able to reach all the way to the edge. And then the reason it kind of stops here, well, because of this here, which I don't know if there's much I can do about that. That's in the way, so it doesn't go farther than that. And then this blocks it from this. But anyway, so I think if I move the tubeway station, I ended up unmarking these trees for planting. So once they chop them down, I can move the tubeway station here and then put a path behind here, and it'll still connect to the same tubeway, but then I can get rid of this, and then hopefully this will be able to reach a little bit farther. That would mean that I don't have to put another one quite as far this direction to get as much of this, if I can get that taken care of. So let's go ahead and put in a tubeway station in the back here. No, that's in this. So we'll do that. And then I'm going to delete this and put a path in here. It does take away a couple extra trees, which isn't great, but I think in the long run it's going to make it better. As soon as this is built, I am going to delete this. And then once we figure out where the edges of this go, then I can figure out. I think for over here, I want to put another tubeway station kind of in the center, because I think the reason that this went away was because I dynamited next to this, so it made it so this couldn't be held up by this pillar. I'm pretty sure. So I don't want it right next to the pillars. I want it kind of in the center so that it doesn't block any of the rest of the ground from being there. Okay, this is good to dynamite. So now this can get, whoa, way more. Okay, cool. So we will want it a little bit maybe this way to get the last few spots here, but it doesn't have to be like over here, because before I was going to put it here to get some of this. So I think we'll be good on that. This one I already put the tubeway station in, so I do want to put the tubeway in, so I'm going to need a station near that. So maybe I'll put the forester either like somewhere in this area. So let's see if I don't want this to go away. Oh, okay, cool, it's staying there. So if I click on another forester and I put it somewhere here, it's going to get a decent chunk of this. Could even do like that. So if I do this, then it gets most of that edge. I'm gonna do this and then see. Okay, if I get that in there, if I put in a tubeway station, I'm like here. Is that gonna block a decent? Okay, that doesn't block a whole lot of that. So then I can put the path in to get to there. And then I guess maybe I'll do something like this, because I can put lumberjacks like here, 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 here. And then they'll be able to come out this side to get this and then go that way to go to that stuff. So that will be good there. And if I need to, I can always put a path and add more. This is what, 5? I feel like these are definitely keeping up with this amount of, but I guess it's not the full thing. So, okay, so that's going to take care of that. And then if I do, let's say, I apologize if this is annoying. I wasn't able to mess with this before because I didn't have it dynamited out. I wanted to do that with you. Okay, so if I do that, and then I put another 2-boy station like here, I can put the forester. So if I click on this, put another forester kind of here, we'll get... Okay, so it's not going to get this area, which is not... If I do that, does it get extra... Sorry, I'm trying to get the most that I can. This is also blocking some of this. What was this? Okay, that reaches that, so that's not a huge deal. And then this one goes to there, so I need like a bunch of this. I'm just trying to see what the best plan is here. I might end up having to do it this way. If I did that, and then instead I do a 2-boy here, is that kind of in the middle of this? It's the only problem. Unless I can do it somewhere here. Maybe I could do it here. If I look at that spot and go up, it's kind of where this is at, but I could move that. That might be a good plan instead, because that'll get down to this, it'll get all the way here, and then it'll get a decent chunk in the middle. I think that's probably the best spot for it. So if that is the case, did I say here is where I want to... Here? Or was I going to do it or here? I could do it here. Sorry, so if I do it here, I'm just trying to keep an eye on... actually, that might be like right here, right? So then I could just maybe take it down a notch. Okay, so let's say we are going to do this spot here. Okay. Then I take this. How much of it is going to be blocked? Oh, man. So I don't want it there. If I put it here, that's probably going to block... Oh, you know what? That doesn't block much of it at all. It'll still get everything that the other two don't. Okay. So I think that's good. Then we will put path here. Maybe I'll just go like this. And then put a few... I want to leave a block here to get through. So maybe I'll do like 2 lumberjacks there. 2 and 2. Does that make it difficult to get anywhere else? I don't think so. I think we're good. Okay, so now I just got to get up to the next level. Make sure that I am taking out this spot. I'm going to use my finger to make sure I'm at the right spot. Oh. So this needs to come out, and I think it's just going to go right there, if I am looking at it correctly. Let me just double check. So yeah, I think that's right. So that one is 94%. So we can just unmark it for planting, and then I'll dynamite that, and we will be ready to go there. And that'll be good. That's all we'll need. So then I can fill it all in. I'm going to play it. They can start building things. They should be able to get to this through the two-boy here. This is going to take longer because it's got a dynamite above it. And then I will plant more oaks. Oh, this isn't... I didn't even think about this not being irrigated. That's probably why I had it there. So I could use the unirrigated land for stuff. I'm not gonna... I'll just plant what I can. It'll be fine. I think most of this can still be planted because there is some green on each of these spots. This is going to be so much more wood to be growing, so I'm happy about that. I'm going to go ahead and just fill all of this in. And I realize that this isn't completely irrigated either, but that'll be okay. Okay, how are we doing up here? Is this done? No. Got a few days left for that. Okay. So, now that that is mostly taken care of, I do need to go back and dynamite the one piece and put the rest of the two boys in so we can get to the rest of the area. But they have slowly been working on this. I did have it at low priority, and they've just been kind of doing what they can reach, which is great. Oh, and they're coming at it from this side. Perfect. So I'm going to delete this. And I guess if I put in this, and maybe I'll just do this all the way across, and then thinking of just doing a two-way along to make it a little bit faster. That's kind of my thought. Then I gotta figure out, I guess this might be the easiest way to go, is just put these in to use less stuff. Put this in to do that, and then we'll just go across here, along this, go this whole way, and then maybe put a station in here somewhere. So I guess somewhere over here I will put a station to make this a little bit faster, and put a stairway down to get down in there. Yeah. So we'll slowly be working on this, and then so once we get the rest of the stuff here done, then I will probably just do a time lapse. The trees are gonna slowly go in. Oh, I did unplant the pines that were here and planted oaks instead, because now that we have a bunch more trees, I think we're okay to leave it as oaks. It'll give us a little bit more wood as it comes in. This is going to take time to get planted. Ooh, I think we have some more spots we can plant, probably. So probably a couple of these. I do see green. So we'll see if that does anything. Okay, this is done. So I think if I just do a single, it should just go down to the next level. So that's what I'm going to do. I prioritize it. And now that we're not building as much dynamite, we actually have some stuff coming in, so that's good. Okay, here we go. Detonate that. Okay, perfect. Then we can do 2 more of these, 1 of these, and it'll all be connected and they can get down there to do that. So I think that should be fine. They should be able to get everything done. This is all built and they're slowly planting this away. So it's going to take time, but then this guy can also help plant, right? Maybe he already is. I'm not sure. Probably has to go up and get power. I should probably put more power stations closer to this area so they don't have to go super far. Ooh, I also need to mark for cutting. Gotta make sure that they can get all of this, because I'm going to be focusing pretty soon here on the whatever it's called up there. I want to make sure that we can get all of this and I don't have to come over here and take a look later. So this is set up now. Now that this is built, they should be able to, once the two-ways are built, I guess, they got to finish this. Then they should be able to get down there, build the two-way station, build all the other stuff, plant the trees, get everything done. We should get enough wood. And then this is going to start taking shape. So what I'm going to do really quickly is actually, first I'm going to semi-high prioritize these things. I'm going to get all of this done too, because then we can get that stuff done. I do need to high prioritize. Okay, that's finished. Let's see how this is going. And then I'm going to high prioritize all this so they get that done and get stuff planted, because you know if I don't do that, it's going to be a problem. Then down here, I'm actually going to super high prioritize the stuff below so they get that done first if they can. Then I'm going to start working on the walls here so we can get things going. Because once we start, the time lapse is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. I don't want to have to move the camera around a whole lot. So let's get the levees put in place. Another bad tide is here, which is fine. How much water did we end up saving up? Okay, a decent amount. Not full, but pretty close. Last time, because we had to flush stuff, it was a lot worse. So, okay. Levees. We're going to do all of this. Oops, I think oh man. Not even doing very good. Oh my gosh. Going to delete this really quick. So my plan here is to set these levees as like a lower, I'll probably just leave it a normal priority so that they get everything else done first. Because once they get everything else done, it'll be a lot easier to build all of this. Sorry, it's taken me so long. I'm actually going to put a levee here. And then I'm just going to put, oh, I didn't want it that far. I just want a straight line over the top of everything so that they can get it. I don't need this, or this, or this. And then what is the... So I might just leave it right now at this priority because I'm worried if I mess with it, it's going to mess with the stuff below. I am going to need impermeable floors under this entire thing. This is taking way longer than I thought it was going to. Okay. So I put this in the worst spot because I need to put levees there, but I guess I'll wait a little bit. So levees are gonna go here, and then here, and then here. We'll just do what we can. Okay, so that's going to be that. I'm going to put floodgates at the end of each of these so I can let... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, wait. Yeah, I do want to do this. But then this... Okay, so it's going to come down this way. This doesn't need to be there. And it's going to come down this way. So I think I'm going to put this in because I can have it come out this way or go continue that way. So then this. So I'll delete this, 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 this. Okay. Every other, and then it'll come out this way and go out the end. Perfect. Okay. So that's that, which means I do need impermeable floors in all of this. And I guess all of this too. I didn't even... Oh, this is taking forever. I'm gonna have to change some of this up. Darn it. So, I probably should just do that now while I'm thinking about it. These are 6x1, so I want to change them to 5x1s, and then I'll just have this on top of the levees. So, that is going to be all 4 of these. Okay. I guess what I'm gonna do, so it's 2 engines, charging station, and some of these. Okay. Let us delete. That is just going to do that. Okay. So then I need 5x1s instead. This is not the right thing. 5x1s. Like that, yep. And then put levees in here. Okay. I should probably mark all of this to get picked up so that we have it. Now I can get to it. And then it's going to be 2 engines. That's in power. And then it was this and a charging station. Like that. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to mess with this too, but it's going to be a little bit of a different situation. I can also gonna just set this up too. So we're gonna do a single this way, and then I'll probably do this, and maybe I'll just do a few. Put another two-way station over here to get to this area faster. And then I'll probably just go ahead and do something like this so it's quicker to get places. Okay. So for the most part, it is set up. I guess I'm probably gonna need to do... Maybe I'll just put another two-way station here. Just build them all. And then can do this so they can come out of either side to get stuff done. Yeah. And I guess we'll just do a little bit of this. Okay. So I think that is enough for the moment. I am going to hide my camera because I'm going to time lapse and I don't want to have to worry about what I'm doing, and it's going to be weird to watch anyway. So I'm going to hide my camera for this part, and I will try my best to bring it back. Remember to bring it back when I'm done. Why is it doing that? Okay. And then I think for a bit, I'm probably going to hide the HUD, I mean, so that it is not in the way of what you're seeing. So we're going to do that. And I guess, yeah, this is where we're going to time lapse. Okay, so while this is time lapsing, I thought I would just talk about what I mentioned earlier about this being the last video, and that's why I'm editing and stuff. I wanted to get this project done. This is like the project that I have been thinking about for a while in this game, and I really wanted to make sure it was possible. So but things in life have been getting hectic. I have a lot of stuff on my plate that I didn't have before. New things are taking place, and I think I am going to be done doing YouTube. Well, no, I am. At this point, this is my last YouTube video that I'm going to be putting up. Now, I don't know for sure if, you know, in a few years or whatever. I'm not saying that if I find the urge to start recording again, I'm not going to do it. But from what I can tell, this is going to be the last episode that I post on YouTube. From what I know. So, it has been a great time. It's been over 4 years that I've been doing this YouTube video, and I'm so thankful to each and every one of you who watches my videos regularly and enjoys them. I love all the comments and the help that you give me. it's just, other things in life have come up, and I can't really be spending as much time as I am doing this. And with YouTube, I feel like the commitment is a big deal and being consistent is a big deal. And I can't put I can't put aside the time that it takes to work on this like I could before. So that's why I am ending it. I hope you can all understand. I really struggle with not wanting to disappoint people. I'm a people pleaser at heart, and but I wanted to make sure I got this project done before finishing the series, because I think it's going to be really cool when it's done. So anyway, all that to say, thank you so much for watching this last episode. I still got stuff to do after this time lapse, because we are gonna have to put the water wheels in and connect everything via power, but this thing is gonna take a while. So I am going to see you on the end of this time lapse, and and we'll go from there. Okay, guys. Well, we finally got all of the levees. I guess I'll touch on a few things that you probably saw during the time lapse. I'm not sure how long the time lapse was. It took me about 2 hours to get this done. I had noticed that we were pretty much out of wood and running low on planks, so I ended up. I went back and forth in my mind about if I wanted to do dirt as the walls or logs. I ended up doing the middle stuff as dirt because I want to be able to demolish stuff on the edges if something bad happens and I need to. But we had a lot of dirt and we didn't have any wood, so that was why I did that. And then the rest of it just took forever. So I hope that doesn't take too long. I know usually my videos are less than an hour, usually like 30 to 45 minutes, but I don't think that's going to happen today. Hopefully it's not too long. I do apologize if it is. So now that this is completely built, we are going to start opening this up for stuff to go through. I don't know if you saw, I did come through and try to put impermeable floors underneath the levees here. The nice thing is, it was a little bit annoying at the time. I had to delete the impermeable floors in order to put the dirt down. But the nice thing is that I don't have to worry about accidentally filling all of this space in that has dirt, filling it in with impermeable floors accidentally. Here I did want it filled in because when I delete these pieces, I don't want the bad water to fall down into our good water reservoir like it did last time. So I was filling this all in with that, if you saw that. And all of it is connected. So I did run a power line along here. All of these are connected this way. This is connected to this, and then that's connected here. And I may fill this in, I don't know. The rest of it's fine. At this point, this is a lot of stuff, and we are going from around 9,000 to probably, I would say like 4 times that. We'll see what happens because there's a lot of water wheels here. So once the daytime starts, I'm gonna first... These set at 6.5 is probably fine. I'm going to change and put these down a bit, like we did when we started over on the other side, to see if that will help it not to overflow. And then we're just going to have to... Oh, I didn't put one here, darn it. Well, I guess we're going to hope it's fine without it. Okay, so we're going to do that. And then now that it is daytime, I'm going to open this up. Oh, you know what? First I'm going to need to get rid of this. And I'm probably going to need to open this up so it has... Well, it's going to take a while to get through. So we'll start here. I'm nervous. We're going to start here and let it start coming through on this end. Oh, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to... Okay, well, first off, let's see if I do this. It is filling it all in. Oh, man. I guess what I'm going to do is delete this so it can come in that way and go out that way. I'm going to put another one of these in and put a set of stairs because I think I'm actually going to need to put stuff over there. How is this coming along? So it is filling it all up. I don't see it backing up here, so I think we're okay on that. I'm going to put a levee here. Let's see if I can get that built. I'm gonna delete this. Well, maybe once they're done building this. I'll delete it. So they can go that way. Then I'm going to need another levee here. And I'm going to need to delete this to let it come back through. Oh, darn it. No, I need a platform. Okay. It is moving stuff here. I mean... Oh, but we're down a bunch of... Probably because it's taking too long to get through. I guess what I should do is probably put the levees in to these places here first. Gonna need one of these here to get across to get all that done. And then... I have to open up a bunch. Is this... Okay, I did build that. So it should be able to get through. Is it stuck here? Oh, no. So what I need to do... Well, I guess that works at the moment. At least it's not flooding. These are spinning, but we're losing a lot of flow. So I've got to do... I guess I need to pay attention and get some of this going. Okay, those are complete. We need... Oh, darn it. I need to... See, this is the problem with... Oh, no, I don't want that. I want levee. And then another levee here. And then I need to get rid of this once this is built. Hopefully this is all filled with impermeable floors. That was the plan. So... Levy. I'm just gonna go every other here. Right? Yeah, okay. So that has been built, so that is good. We can get rid of this. We can get rid of this. How is that working out? Still going off a little bit. Oh, that's because I actually have a levee here. So it's struggling to get through. And then it doesn't have anywhere to go here. So okay. This is all good. I might just raise this. And then that's open. So I think that'll work. It's going to take time to get through. They are spinning. Starting to get up to the power that we had before we opened this back up. So we're not quite there yet, but we're getting somewhere. So this, for some reason, isn't coming through. Probably because I have this open. Let me just raise this a little bit. Maybe force it that way some. Okay, so this needs to be up to a little bit more. So that when I lift the other ones, it's not spilling over on this side. Okay, so now it's coming this way. It is moving this and coming back, so that's good. Okay, so then I can raise this up to 6. 8.5 or 0.85. Just gonna try to get all of these up to 0.85 really quick. Okay. Now I'm gonna lift this up to 7. See about this at 7. Let me make sure this isn't leaking out. Ugh! Somehow it leaked out. There has to be a hole. Right there. Oh! I'm so mad. That is why. That is it's right there. That's why I did the impermeable floors. I am very upset. Okay. We're going to do this. Okay. I need to put... Where is it that I just built that? Is it this? Okay. Well, I think that is the only place that it's leaking from, though. Right? That's the only... Oh, right here? Or is that, Oh. What? Okay. I don't remember building that. I thought that I had a thing here. Ugh. Man, I was so proud of this. Now I'm a bit defeated. Okay. Let us get this done. I want to get this done too. Okay. And then this is open. Which, at this point, doesn't really matter because none of the water, bad water is coming through at this point. So hopefully, let me make sure there's nowhere else that it's leaking through. What is this? Oh, that's the stream gauge. 32%! Oh my gosh. It's still going. Okay, I don't see any other spots right now, so hopefully this will get taken care of quickly and then we can flush it in the next thing. I don't know. Let me... Oh my gosh, look at all the bad water. And it's just open. I mean, I guess that means that we won't have... But we're not going to have water for the next wet season. Oh my gosh. We have full storage, though, so hopefully we'll be fine. Did they finish? Okay, they got it taken care of. Why is there one here? Does that not have an impermeable floor there? Oh, it's here. And then I think... Just make sure there's not any space missing. And then I need to... I guess since this is done now, I need to get rid of this. Is that where it was at? It's right here. Put a levee there. Make that high priority. Connect this. We'll just do 2 buoys all the way across. Make these high priority. And then we should be okay, I think. And then we do just need to connect all the power again. Okay. So a bunch of them are spinning. It's still coming out there, but now it's stopped. I don't see any other space where it is contaminating our water, so that's good. Now that this is happening, so these are still at 25. This is at 7. Let's get this up to 7 as well. What is this? Is this a levee? Or is it just a platform? Okay, cool. I was like, it's gonna get stuck. Well, it's starting to go. Just want to make sure it's not overflowing. Which it looks like we're fine. I think it has such a distance, and because I have these down enough, it shouldn't overflow anywhere else. It should overflow this way if it ends up raising too far. I'm just hoping that it'll go this way a little bit more. So can I raise this up to 8? Force it that way? No? Okay, I'm gonna do a couple of them up to 8 because I think it'll make it higher. See what happens. Okay, we're getting a little bit more movement in this area-ish. Overflowing just a touch here, which is fine. It's the reason it's there, so it doesn't overflow back here. Oh, it is overflowing a little bit. But it's going into this area, which isn't the end of the world as long as it doesn't go into our water reservoir. So Okay. So why isn't it coming back? Oh, there's a platform here. What? Is this a platform too? Yes. Oh, did I make all of these out of platforms? No, just a couple. Okay, so that's why it's not coming down that way. If I just go up one more, will that give me enough clearance to go over? No. And I don't need the whole thing. So I go do that, and I do 4. Okay. I'm just gonna leave this here. And these are going to be levees. It's hard to see with all of the rubble there that they couldn't pick up before. So is this because it's going through there? Yeah. Lift that up a little bit, see how that goes. Is this still overflowing in the back? No. So that's good. It's equalized a little bit. Well, I guess I'll do a little bit more of a time lapse again and just tweak it a little bit until it is everything's going the way it's supposed to be going, and it's going back and forth through all the things, all the wheels are spinning, and we'll see how much power we have. I don't want to make you sit here and watch me mess with stuff over and over again, so I will be back in just a little bit. Okay, guys, I think every single wheel is spinning. I did realize that some of these were open or closed incorrectly, so I made them... Oh, this should probably be closed as well, so it forces it down that way. So I made it so that the side, you know, the ones in this were closed, and then this one was open because that was why it wasn't going down this aisle. And now everything is going, so I would like to check and see how much. So we were getting about 9,000 before. That was without these running. So let's see what we have now that we have all of these running. 19,000. So we've more than doubled. And we might even get more if I raise this up a little bit. I didn't want to risk it. It is overflowing here a little bit. I didn't want to risk it going into our reservoir. This is pretty high. So I think that is going to be where it's at. I mean, yeah. And because of the way this is, this, you know, ends up being a lot less deep, but we have to kind of keep letting a little bit out so that this doesn't overflow, because otherwise we'd have some issues. So yeah, we got this giant Badwater maze completed. I am so happy that we got that done. We are doing great on wood now that all the trees are here. When we were doing the time lapse, it was a struggle. That's part of the reason it took so long. But now that that is done and we have all the trees planted, we are full on logs. We're doing great on planks, metal, gears, all of it. And we have enough power to do way more than what, you know. Ooh, and this is going up. So that's awesome. But we have, you know, more than 4 times the amount of power that we need. So we could do pretty much anything we want. But that is where we're going to end this series. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I appreciate all of you for watching my videos. And this is going to be it. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Have a good life. Bye, guys.